Hello, we are Ivan Herrera, Camila Vítolo, and Rosana Nieves. We are going to talk about business etiquette regarding the Iran case. First, we're going to provide information about the country, then we're going to talk about the business etiquette, and then we're going to talk about how to reach business success.
Iran is a country located in the Middle East, in southwestern Asia, bordered to the north by the Caspian Sea, to the south by the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman, to the east by Afghanistan and Pakistan, to the west by Turkey and Iraq, to the northwest by Armenia and Azerbaijan, and to the northeast by Turkmenistan. The total population of Iran was estimated at 82.1 million people in 2019. Most of its demographics tend to youth, from people under 15 up to people aged 45 years old. The official language spoken by the majority of the population is Persian or Farsi. Nearly the whole population of Iran is Muslim, with a majority, 90%, identifying with the Shia branch of Islam. Iran is officially the Islamic Republic of Iran, and it has a theocratic government ruled by a supreme leader.
The first step to develop successful business with Iranian people is to establish good personal relationships with them. So, in business meetings, start conversations by asking about their health, families, and work, and wait for your counterpart to initiate the business-related conversation. To say hello, Iranians use the word salam. To say goodbye, they use the word khudafez. When addressing to men, they say aga plus their surname. When addressing to women, they say kanum plus their surname. The word salam is generally followed by a handshaking. However, foreigner men should wait for Iranian women to initiate this handshaking. If they do not, they can place one hand on their heart to make a more touching greeting, and note and smile.
Men are the ones in charge of the government, although there's been more female representation in the parliament in recent years. Both men and women are allowed to study, although women's employment rates after graduation are lower than men's. Gender inequality is predominant in Iran. Women in the country are severely discriminated and do not enjoy the freedom men have. They're banned from playing and watching certain sports, as well as from leaving the country without their husband's permission. Women are also forced to wear the hijab in public. Business culture in Iran is hierarchical. Input from subordinates is not always warranted. Suggestions can be made, yes, but not in a way that questions management. The authority should always be respected, and when addressing business partners, be sure to use formal titles. Iranians care about paying respect to their elders. When doing business, you must introduce yourself to them first and then greet the others. Usually, the most senior person present will allow everyone else to enter a business meeting before them.
In Iranian culture, punctuality is considered as a virtue that shouldn't be taken for granted. For that reason, everyone should be on time for their meetings. If delays occurs, you must be flexible as well, because meeting agendas may be interrupted by the Muslim prayer sessions. In this case, patience is a key factor. Female conservative dress and hair covering are mandatory. The clothing shouldn't be tight and it must cover the chest, the buttocks, and the forearms at all times. The mantu is a typical option for females to wear in a business context, since they are long enough to cover the lower waist. High heels, nail polish, and makeup are also acceptable. In the case of male clothing, it is simpler than a woman, and any type of clothing is allowed, except for shorts. Iranian men are used to dress sharp with dark color suits and without ties, but it will not be disrespectful if someone uses it. They take good care of their appearances as well. In Iranian table manners, it is important to wait to be told where to sit, because the guest always eats first. It is important to accept everything that has been offered to you, and if you are full, protest politely according to Taraf. Eat always with the right hand, and eating everything on your plate indicates gratitude.
Regarding verbal language, Iranians tend to use much indirect communication. They generally look towards nonverbal cues and speak figuratively to make a point. This is in order not to offend the others. Direct refusals are considered rude. Regarding nonverbal language, Iranians use a more formal physical contact in public. They make eye contact with people of the same age, gender, and status. They consider the thumb up with the same meaning of raising one's middle finger. Some of the topics you should avoid when meeting with Iranians are having girl or boyfriend, sex before marriage, not being Muslim, not having hijab, homosexuality, being unmarried, marrying too late, or female singers.
In the case of dues, if you are a foreign guest, acknowledge the achievements of Iran and show knowledge of Iran's culture and history. Avoid being hypocritical or use ambiguous language. Be humble about your achievements and respect an Iranian's privacy and remain discreet. In the part of don'ts, avoid criticize the Iranian government. Do not confuse the Middle East cultures, especially do not confuse Persian culture with Arab cultures. Avoid telling jokes, it is disrespectful and unprofessional. Learn the complicity of Taraf. It is essential to develop their hospitality and politeness.